Man, what a difference a day makes. Welcome to Kentucky. Was that yesterday? It was incredibly cold, overcast, cloudy. Today, bright, shiny, probably 15 degrees warmer at 8 a.m. than it was yesterday at the same time. So, on the woods walk today, let's talk about some gear today, okay? I want to get to a discussion on water filters. And I know way back that way is a nice stump for me to lay a couple things on. And I'll be frank with you, I don't feel like walking all the way back there. But I'm going to anyway. I did about what felt like, I don't know, 5,462 reps with doing different things with a kettlebell yesterday. And my legs and my hips are screaming at me today. So, I'm using you all as motivation. Thank you. I thought, man, where could I do this? I could do this on the back of the truck. But I think that stump will be a motivator for me to get back there. And I think I can set the camera up by itself there without me holding it. So until we get there, let's talk about a couple of things gear related. I'm carrying pretty much the full kit today. Everything. What I mean by that, let's talk about it briefly as I'm walking. Hill People Gear chest kit. This is a search and rescue chest kit. At least that's what they call it. I mean, you don't have to be search and rescue to get one. It's a fantastic kit. It's pretty much their original, the version 2. But it adds these molly webbings on the front as well as this Velcro strip right here for name tags and stuff of that nature. The rest of it is exactly the same, I believe. What I have on the back, and you'll forgive me, this is slick as snot, and I am up and down hills, so I'm gonna be out of breath while I'm walking for sure. The Recon harness is what I've got on the back. You can't see it because it's underneath the pack. The pack that I have on is the Umlindi with an Aston pocket on the back. And that's going to come into play when I talk about these filters in a minute. And you'll see why it's important. The reason a lot of people go, are you a Hill People Gear fanboy? Yeah, I mean, sorta. The gear for sure, because it's American made and it's modular. And I love modularity for what it is that I do, which is a lot of different stuff. So depending upon the activity that I'm engaged in, I might just wear the kit bag. Daggone it, slick as snot out here. I might wear the kit bag, Recon harness with I have an admin pocket that I don't have today. Admin pocket clipped into it. I might not carry the admin pocket. I might carry the backpack without the Aston pocket on the back. I might clip the admin pocket instead of the Aston pocket. On and on and on. So, damn, that was hard walking. It probably doesn't look like it on camera, but God, that was hard. We'll take a break, catch my break, come back to you. Woo! I should have mentioned that I just left the gym. I said what I did yesterday. Here's what I did today. Deadlifts. Some people have asked me, I'm not in shape. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm in shape, but I do have a fairly strong back after years of abuse. Here's what I do. This comes after advisement from some really good, well-educated folks. Brian Jones being one of them, who's a good friend of mine, runs Valhalla Academy in Frankfort, Kentucky. He's got a PhD in exercise physiology or something like that. Ryan Zeronis, good friend. Both of these guys are alumni NRS. He's a chiropractor also in Frankfort. Super. Both guys are super to help me. All right, so I do the Woodlot method for weightlifting. I kind of go back and forth on what I do, but the Woodlot method is basically military press, deadlifts, bench, and squats. That's it. And basically it's what a lot of people call the 5-3-1 method. So you lift at 5, then you add some weight, do 3, and then you do 1 at basically your max rep, as many reps as you can. I have an app that I use that tells me what to put on the bar for all of those. So the hard part for me, the sucky part for me, is I work out at Planet Fitness now. After my daughter left our local Parks and Rec, I had zero desire to be there after she left. So I moved my membership to Planet Fitness, and you really can't do what you're supposed to do, particularly with military press, because they don't have bars, and man, that just sucks. Golly, that sucks. But anyway, I do that. Here's what I do for a warm-up. I use the maximum kettlebell at Planet Fitness. If I'm not at Planet Fitness, I use the biggest kettlebell at Planet Fitness is 30 pounds, right? Which is good for a lot of things, but I need more weight for some things. But anyway, I use that 30 pounder at Planet Fitness. I usually use a 45 pounder when I'm at the house doing this. But what I do is I do 8 reps of kettlebell swings, 8 reps of squats, dipping down basically and touching the kettlebell to the ground and coming back up. And then I hold kettlebell at the chest and do squats. So 3 different movements. I do each of those 8 times, and I do 5 reps of that. That's my warm up every morning. Then I go do my Woodlot. And then I come out here and I ruck 2 miles virtually every day, and then 1 day a week, tracker, and I do 5 miles. So that's kind of what I'm doing. But as Tracy Trimble says, it's hard to outwork your food, and that's where I'm guilty of not being very healthy. I don't eat very clean. I'm terrible at what I eat. So that's something quite frankly, I struggle with. But anyway, I had a very poor back from doing judo for many years, and that workout routine has incredibly helped me. Plus, I do a number of stretches for my whole spine that Dr. Zeronis gives me, and that's been incredibly beneficial. So it's a continual process, you all. Growing, getting better, more flexible, stronger, and hope that encourages you, because I'm a fat body and I know it. But I can sit and continue to be a fat body and complain, or I can do something about it. So I'm doing something about it. All right, so we're getting close. Let me cut this off, get these set up on this stump, and take it from there. Hey, let me clarify something about what I was just sharing. I'm not sharing exercise advice. I'm not qualified nor the person to do that at all. I'm just sharing it as an encouragement that, you know, I can get into the gym, and oftentimes I just do this in the backyard, or I do it out here with a sandbag. Do those exercises and be completely done in less than 30 minutes if I hit it hard. And that's a pretty good workout. It's good for strength, and it's good for my strength. Let's make sure I say that. It's good for my strength. It's working for me. So all I'm trying to do by sharing exercise stuff is to encourage you to exercise. You need to find your own way and do your own thing. Don't do what I'm doing just because I'm doing it. I think that's obvious, because I'm not a specimen of exercise perfection, that's for sure. Yeah, we're almost to the stump now. Check out this big tree. Just fell due to the ice storm. This is brand new. I was here 4 days ago, and this is not down. This has just fallen, which is, think about that. Think about the resources here. Think about the things that you could study. This is the kind of place that I will come back and look for dens that have been up in this dead tree, and just to study. What does a woodpecker den have in it? If there was a woodpecker den, or a squirrel or raccoon or whatever, what does it have in it? That continues to help grow my knowledge. I've said for years that, you know, a dead tree is an incredible resource for survival and bushcraft, right? You got 2 or 3 here. The 2 that are behind me fell some time ago. Tracks everywhere, as always. Can't get off on tracks. Already done that this week. Be back shortly. I know I'm bad, you all. Detour. I think that's what the woods walks are for, or at least that's what I intended, is to show just the multitude of things that you can do just by getting out and walking around, and the knowledge that you can gain for yourself. Trying to share some things and just actually encourage you to get out. Root balls, you all. See these 2 big trees that have fallen recently? Think about this for survival. Half your shelter is already built for you here. It's not going to fall on you. You might have some dirt, loose dirt that comes off. The issue here is moisture down in here. As you can see, snow is collected down in there. Even the tracks that you see down in there, you can tell they've been damp and wet, more so than what's up here on top. So as far as a good place to set up a shelter, yeah, for a survival setup, fantastic. Half of it's already built for you, if not 3/4 of it. So great spot to set up, build a fire over here, lay right down in this area. Heat comes into your setup, which is fantastic. Also, what I'd like to talk about is habitat improvement. The stump that I'm getting ready to go to, what I did was, there was a tree that was like this right up here that fell, and I cut it about, I don't know, you'll see, maybe 2 or 3 foot up off the root ball after the tree had fallen, and then I pulled the root ball back down. The reason I did that is I noticed that the root ball, when it was up, there was all kinds of the tree had been dead for a while, so there's a whole lot of excavation being done underneath of it by small critters. And so I pulled it back down while they weren't there, hoping, you know, just hoping that small critters would find it again and utilize it as shelter for themselves. So you can leave this up. It's not going to hurt anything. It's going to be, you know, this just happens. You know, trees fall, and it's good. It's good at times, okay? But I did that, and what has happened since that time is exactly what I hoped would happen, is that it happened. What I did is I put a camera on it and caught a bunch of chipmunks going in and out of it. So I guess they were finding, I'm sure at some point in time, a black snake's going to find it and get those chipmunks, or some other predator on chipmunks. But nevertheless, it just continues the cycle. And I played a small, tiny role in that. So keep that in mind. If you have land like this, woodlots, that might be something you want to play with. But just like exercise, I'm not a wildlife biologist by any stretch. So consult with, if you're here in Kentucky, private lands wildlife biologists. They're great people. Very, very personable, educated, and just love doing what they're doing and helping people on private land. So hit them up, Kentucky Division of Forestry. If you have a woodlot, they'll help you with your woodlot management. I told you this as far back here. I was going to earn my keep. So check them out. Well, just to back up my claim that I just made, let me show you something. This is really cool. I didn't plan it this way. Check this out. So there's the stump. And again, the trees down there, it fell that way. I cut it there and have been utilizing it for reviews and stuff like that. With the intent, you can see how raised it is right here. It's higher than the ground that's around it. That's because it didn't settle right back down into the earth the way it was, which means there's a lot of area down in there. Check this out. Here's a hole coming out. So in these harsh winter conditions, you got it actually looks like possum tracks to me down in there. Let's see if I can find another one, because there was another one over here too. Nah, I'm not seeing it over here. But yeah, that's just playing a role and helping the environment. It's fun. All right, so what happened? I carried this pack, again, as an Umblindi. It's got a pocket on the back. Let me pull this stuff out. So here is where I keep my water filtration supplies, okay? This is a Hidden Woodsman pouch. And it was in the back of that pack, all right? Now, what I had in this pack is what I have in it right now. Is a Sawyer Mini pouch with a straw and a Rapid Pure. All right. Oh man, this ice is gonna make this difficult. It's all right. Tracker, can you move on, please? Thank you. Love you, buddy. See ya. Go play somewhere, please. You're good. You're good. You're not in trouble, buddy. All right. So, all right, you get the idea. Put this down before I lose it all. So the Sawyer Mini, brand new. I pulled it out of the box to, well, let me talk about that. So I teach classes a lot, and I have supplies that are just for class, and I have supplies that are for Craig Cottle and Craig Cottle's family. And this kit that I'm showing you right now is my kit. And what I wanted to do was utilize my kit in an advanced survival class. So my plan was to use the Sawyer Mini. It was brand new, never been used, never, not single one time had it been used before this class. Two other people, and let's point this out. It was in the back of the pack, not next to my body. Two other people had Sawyers. They were in pockets next to their body, and they were warm. Three of us pulled these out to utilize them, and they froze up immediately, okay? So I'm not throwing Sawyers in the garbage. I've just got to figure out why, because I actually love Sawyers, okay? I think, for me, I think it was cold in my pack. I think that's obvious. And then when I pulled the water through it, it was just too much. The oxygenation of the water in a cold filter, cold water, it was 20 so degrees or something, and it just froze, okay? Rapid Pure, which was recommended for us to use by a good Special Forces mentor of mine and ours. I taught classes alongside him for the DEA, recommended Rapid Pure. This is what those agents are carrying now, is these Rapid Pures. What makes these a little bit more functional, and I tested it at that class, is that, I'm trying to get this on camera, sorry. This filter pops out, and it is a different makeup. I'll have links so you can see the specs on these Rapid Pures, but this worked like a champ. I mean, like a champ, no problems at all. I actually went over to the creek, and this creek is in the bottom of the holler, 20 degrees. It was cold, you all. Golly, it was cold. Get this back in there, sorry. Get that back in there. Literally went over, used it just like any of the other straws, put this down in there and drank through this straw. Never froze up. I pulled this out, slung it out, just like you do with all filters. And again, it worked like a champ. I used it 2 more times during the class. No problems at all. Now, let me talk a little bit of background on these things, because I love well-meaning people, but you just gotta listen to me, okay? I've mentioned that the Sawyers might be suspect on a couple of videos, and I keep having people come on and say, you need to carry it close to your body. You need to get all the water out of it. Go back and look at my videos on YouTube. I'm one of the first people that started pushing Sawyer filters. Everybody was all about the life straw. And it's just like everything else in bushcraft and survival, it pisses me off. Because life straw was very good at handing out life straws to influencers and to buying advertising. Everybody thought, well, it's the one to get. Well, it wasn't the one to get, and it's not the one to get. The one to get is either Sawyer or Rapid Pure. And let's look at it from statistical, well, more of a scientific standpoint. Let's break down this case study that we just had. We had 2 people had the filters. One of them was brand new. One of them had been used before, but they had been in class with us and had gotten all the water out of it. And those 2 people had those close to the body in a pocket. It was warm. Mine was not. I know, I'm giving you that, okay? That's why mine failed, I'm sure. But theirs failed too. 2 of them failed. One of them brand new, inside of a pocket, warm. And it froze up as soon as they took water into it. So, think about that from just looking at the data, what that tells you. And if that doesn't tell you anything, then I'm sorry, I can't help you any more than that. All right. So the Rapid Pure worked flawlessly. I'm not making any money on Sawyer, and I'm not making any money on Rapid Pure. So, well, I guess if I put Amazon links up, I could. But, like, I might make 5 pennies or something. Holy crap, who cares? Okay, so what I'm suggesting is that you get out with your Sawyer and test it out in very cold conditions, even if it's brand new, and see what happens to it. I'm not going to put this video up on the main page where 12,000 people are going to see it, because I don't think it's a discussion for a wide audience like that needs help. I'm putting it up here to you all because I feel like you all are interested in education and working through problems, critically thinking about things, and getting what we all need to get. I want to clarify, I'm not knocking Sawyer yet. Everybody knows that any ceramic filter out there is susceptible to problems in cold weather. We all know that. And if you don't, now you do, okay? So, there you have it. I hope that helps. I know it's kind of open-ended, but that's, I mean, realistically, the reason I'm sharing this is because that's survival, you all, is looking at a problem and trying to work through that problem and effectively come to a solution that works for you. Yeah. I'm trying to wrap my mind around that, make sure I'm saying what I want to say. I think that's it. All right, so if you got a Sawyer, check it out in cold weather. Oh, man. Take a look around, you all. With all that said, here's something I like to do. Just get stressed. You've been thinking too hard. Project at work sucks. You can do this sitting at the desk at work. You can do this out in the woods. I like doing it in the woods. Watch. When you breathe in such that your belly expands, not your shoulders come up. Watch. That's not how to take a deep breath. Breathe deep. Big breath in through your belly. What's happening there is you're expanding your lungs. You're getting oxygen all the way, or getting your air all the way down to the bottom of your lungs. That's why your belly expands instead of up here. This makes you even more stressed. So, hope it helps. Come on, join in. Let's learn together, y'all. Yeehaw! Hey, everybody, thanks for watching the video. If you want to stay connected, do this. Check out the website, naturereliance.org. That's naturereliance.org. Scroll down to the bottom of the page, join our newsletter. That's where we do all the giveaways. That's where we do all the discounts. That's where we do all the cool stuff for all the cool kids. You'll want to be part of it. Come on, join in. Let's learn together.